couple of music from the Ejemai. Can we please put our hands together for that? Your Excellencies, very distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my delight to warmly welcome you to this celebration of life. Of a mother that lived a very exemplary life and enjoyed one of the best of all gifts, the gift of longevity. At 89, Mama Princess Mrs. Maria Ejemai Nee Obinyan lived a good life. Can we give the Lord 89 rounds of applause? That represents 10. Keep clapping. It has increased to 20. It is now 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So shall it be for you also in Jesus' name. It is our prayer that our children will be better than we are. And you can see the ambience, very convivial. Mama's children are celebrating her in a grand style. They've rolled out the drums to tell the world that they got a quintessential mark of a godly heritage. And all her 7 children are alive to celebrate her. Can you give them my chosen feet and endeavors? And have become a success to reckon with. I'd like you to celebrate them for me, one by one. Can you applaud Mr. John Alimaja? Please applaud Mama's number 1. Major General Ohifebe Ejemai, KSM. Can you applaud this great man? Can you applaud Mama's number 4, Barrister Omoni Odion? Please applaud him. Mama's number 5, Ejemai, applaud. Mama's number 6, Aminota Laura Ejemai. And Mama's number 7, Imiawa Jeff Ejemai. 7, the number of perfection. I wonder how many of you can beat Mama's record to have 7 children. When to pay school fees is now tantamount to land purchase in Amagba. Ladies and gentlemen, Mama went to the theater, went to the hospital 7 times and came out alive. Had her children, had her grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren. Can you give the Lord a round of applause for her life? And so today we are not mourning. We are rejoicing because Mama lived a good life. We're going to invite all the children to dance in, waving to the left, waving to the right, acknowledging guests that have made their way here in the next 5 minutes. But in the interim, I'd like to welcome some personalities that have joined us here with their very esteemed present to see you again. Let me at this point recognize and welcome in our midst, all the way from Jos Archdiocese, as it were, Reverend Father Philip Idode. Can you applaud him? Father, welcome. Father is honored there. They do so well. And Father, it's an honor to have you. I'm happy that a Catholic priest will lead opening prayer in a social function where a Catholic is involved. It is not a very common occurrence, and do not take your presence for granted. Thank you for the honor. Thank you. This represents Jesus in our midst. And I tell people, I am proud to be a round of applause. That is the most organized institution in the world. It is verifiable. In the Catholic Church are all graduates. Not one. You know, these days people get a lot of calls. Some say God called them, others are the one calling God. Whether God has answered or not, it's the calling. But for the Catholic priests, they are molded, they are refined, they are academia, they are intellectual, they are religious, and they sacrifice so much for the people of God. And so we take you in very high esteem. You know, some people say that in other I feel alright churches at times, certain things happen. But for the Catholic, it's different. I went for a wedding in one of these I feel alright churches. And the pastor, in a rented apartment, saw that a senator's daughter was getting married. There were a lot of governors, there were a lot of senators, lots of ministers, lots of members in the house. So many politicians were present. And pastors seeing the kind of SUVs, the kind of vehicles, not knowing that when it's not election, it's not a good time to ask politicians for money. The elections are set with a lot of VIPs. And then it was time to preach. And he said, before I deliver God's message to you today, we're wondering what kind of message is this? Why is it going to happen with us? And he said, before I proceed, can you imagine? And I, the general overseer, came to the church with a keke. And you want me to pray? For 1 minute, nobody stood up. 5 minutes, nobody stood up. Not knowing that when it's not election year, politicians don't respond to donation. They are still recovering for the last election. And the man of God got provoked. Can you see what you are doing to me now? You are disobeying the call of a man of God. What you are doing right now happened many years ago in the Bible when God told Jonah to go to the land of Nineveh and Jonah was disobedient. Just the way you are disobeying me now. What did God do to Jonah? He made Jonah to swallow the fish. When he made that fundamental blunder, those of us that did CROK will remember it was the fish that swallowed Jonah. Instead of the man of God to correct himself, he quickly went on this way when people were murmuring. I don't care to know whatever you are saying. My Bible says whether it was Jonah that swallowed the fish or the fish that swallowed Jonah is swallowed to place. No Catholic priest can make such blunder. That doesn't mean that Catholic priests don't look for money. They do. But they do it in a very matured manner. There's a story of a Catholic priest who went to one of the parishes, thank you, in America. He went on course. And then, with you now, I'm bereaved. And the priest said, oh, I'm so sorry. Who is it you lost? He said, Father, my pets have just died. So if you will be disposed to come and say prayer over my pet, your dog died, and you are saying me a cat. You see, Father, this dog is a blessing to my family. This dog has lived with us for 17 years. Anytime I'm coming back from work, escort me to the house, stay by my side until I finish eating. And I made a vow that any day I lose this dog, I'm going to give $1,000 to any man of God that will say the prayer. Father, I have the envelope in his card I can call that can help me do this before I fulfill my pledge. When the Reverend Father had $1,000 and it was cash, he remembered the father and mother in Africa. And then he said, did you say you are a Catholic? He said, yes. Myself and my wife were practicing. And when the mass was on, the dog was around. He said, yes. Why did you not tell me it's a Catholic dog? Should I finish the story? It's amazing to be here. Packaging is the only thing that can make you successful. It's cellophane. You need to package yourself very well. That's the only thing that can bring you out. When Bones was friends to fish, they never made progress. Until Bones left the circle of fish and became friends to samosa and spring roll. Their price increased. They became small chops and they became higher in cost. Package yourself for 2026 and they will celebrate for the rest of the year. At this point, let us have the official welcoming. As the rest of our guests come, they will meet us. We are already enjoying ourselves. Georgia's event is already doing awesome. And this event is streamlined live all over the world. And as soon as Mama's children come in, we'll take some pictures. And Father Idode will have the opening prayers. We cannot invite one of them to give the welcome remarks on behalf of the family. And then in Babonelini will come and entertain all of us. In Saoye, we thank God for your lives that have brought you here very safely, and trust that same God will take you back to your destiny. All Mama's children to come to the entrance door. So let's informally begin. The opening prayer we can start. And after the opening prayer, we can have the safety brief. I'm aware of this place and I know it's long. So we're going to do that when we are about to start. All Mama's children, all their spouses, would like you to please converge at the entrance door. Let's make a spectacular entrance. Let children that honor the memory of their mother in a very wonderful